Located far to the east of the known world, along the southern coast of the Shadowlands Peninsula, the ancient city of Asshai was considered a mysterious and dangerous realm where few Westerosi ever ventured and even fewer returned. A massive settlement so large Volantis, Karth, King's Landing, and Old Town could all fit within its walls. The city's population was exceedingly modest, with only 1 in 10 buildings occupied. Its structures constructed from an oily black stone said to drink the light. Asshai was considered grim and gloomy on the best of days, while its people were dark and sullen, referred to by the Dothraki as the spawn of shadows. With no children or animals living in the city, all religions, practices, and traditions were permitted, resulting in a diverse population consisting of those unwelcome in other lands, like spellsingers, arrowmancers, alchemists, warlocks, godwives, nightwalkers, pyromancers, moonsingers, blood mages, inquisitors, torturers, and poisoners, many of whom worshipped dark gods like R'hllor, the Black Goat, the Pale Child Bacalon, and the Lion of Night. Although the exact origins of Asshai were unknown, with its own people believing the city always existed and would continue to exist until the world's end, the city was undoubtedly ancient, containing vast stores of historical knowledge, specializing in magic and dragon lore, which is why King Aegon V sent investigators to seek out information from this faraway land when attempting to hatch dragon eggs many years after the last Targaryen dragons died out. Asshai was also home to various prophecies, such as those concerning Azor Ahai, a great hero during the Long Night believed to occur 8,000 years before conquest, who sacrificed his wife Nissa Nissa to forge the flaming sword Lightbringer, used to defeat the armies of darkness. This hero, whose legend spread throughout Essos, was prophesied to one day return and fight once more for humanity against a new threat. Possessing their own shrill and ululating language, often used in magic rituals and incantations, the streets of Asshai were usually empty during the day, with those who ventured out walking alone while wearing face coverings, or else traveled in a palanquin with dark curtains carried on the backs of slaves. Though the Ash River flowed through the city, its waters were considered dangerous, appearing black during the day while shining with pale green light at night. Unwilling to drink the water believed to kill animals and cause illness in humans, or eat the river fish said to be so blind and deformed only Shadowbinders dared consume them, Asshai relied heavily on imports to survive, becoming a lucrative stop along the Jade Sea trade route, bringing in food, clean water, and other basic amenities in exchange for vast sums of amber, dragon glass, scarlet silk, gemstones, and gold. However, the gold from Asshai was said to be tainted, bringing evil and corruption upon its owners. Despite the dangers in voyaging to the city, Asshai became a regular trade partner to the Kingdom of Sarnor and the Empire of Yi Ti, with Emperor Jarhan even making them a tributary state during his reign. Many years later, prolific merchants like Illyrio Mopatis of Pentos continued to send trading ships into the Far East, with his vessels taking roughly 2 years under the best conditions to complete the journey. Though few Westerosi ever ventured so far, the great sea captain Corlys Velaryon claimed to have visited the city, where he saw a battered old ship of a familiar design he believed was the famous Sun Chaser, once owned by Alyssa Farman, who decades earlier traveled west across the Sunset Sea, and thus may have ended her journey in Asshai. Alyssa Farman stole 3 Targaryen dragon eggs and sold them to the Sea Lord of Braavos to pay for the construction of her vessel, and while Illyrio Mopatis later claimed to have gifted Daenerys Targaryen 3 dragon eggs from Asshai, it is more likely they were those stolen from the royal family. Captain Euron Greyjoy also may have visited Asshai, as well as the knowledgeable Maester Marwyn, who spent several years in the eastern city before returning home. A godswife and magi who once studied under Maester Marwyn, Mirri Maz Duur, spent time training under Shadowbinders in Asshai, gaining knowledge she later used to seek vengeance against Khal Drogo, who destroyed her village, a Dothraki chieftain and husband of Daenerys Targaryen, leaving the great warrior in a vegetative state while also killing his unborn son. After burning Mirri Maz Duur alive as punishment, Daenerys Targaryen encountered Quaithe, a mysterious Shadowbinder who wore a red mask and spoke words of prophecy, explaining that the Mother of Dragons would learn truth in Asshai, and that in order to touch the light, she must pass beneath the shadow, possibly referring to the Shadowlands Peninsula. Then there was Melisandre, the former slave turned Red Priestess, who studied in Asshai where her magic was strong, and after learning the prophecy of Azor Ahai, traveled west, believing that King Stannis Baratheon was the hero reborn. In addition to the sinister reputation surrounding the city itself, the mountainous region as a whole was said to be covered in a permanent shadow where only ghost grass grew. The possible homeland of dragons, where demons preyed upon those who ventured in their lands. Even Shadowbinders feared traveling into or beyond the northern corpse city of Stegai, said to be populated by terrifying monsters. Yet even so, there were some, known as the Shadowmen, living in these treacherous mountains. A mysterious people who wore red wooden masks and covered themselves in tattoos, once considered a significant threat to nearby powers, with the Maroon Emperors of Yi Ti moving their court to the city of Jinkai so they could better defend against Shadowmen Reavers. A special thanks to all those who contribute to CivilizationEx, like Tormus Woods Whisperer, Galvera 8 Hands, Commander Pete J. King, and Tio the Iron Banker. If you'd like to help the channel, be sure to give a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the links below, or else go to patreon.com/CivilizationEx, where you can gain early access to videos, vote on future content, and watch the Patreon-only series, Heroes of Lore and Legend.